Today we're going over champions I'm considering for R4 based upon whatever class gem I get. Um, Before we do get there, as you can see, I do have like over 1.5 T7B. We'll get one on completion of Epoch of Pain. Kamehameha said for units, hoping it was for units, you can get a full T7B during the Valentine sale. So hopefully I'm like, if I can get like bundles, and if a bundle gives me like half of one, that's all I need. I'm not trying to go too heavy on that event, but potentially I'm looking at upcoming 2 R4 champions. So we know one is going to be a class gem guaranteed. So what I'm going to do here is just go through each class, give my thoughts on who I would like to R4. Yeah, we'll try to do 3, but from each class, we'll see how that goes. Okay, Mystic. I lied, I'll just go off. I'm only considering 2 champions. One is Man-Thing, and whoever I take the R4, they're going to get a bunch of 6 stones to go. I'm a very big Man-Thing fan, like, not just on defense, but offense. He's seriously underrated. I've used this guy to, as a 6-star to take down Serpent and a lot of other annoying champions. They're not poison immune. He can melt them pretty quickly. Serpent, Weapon Eggs, just to name a few. Sasquatch is another one I'm considering. Another dual threat option, and he just has a massive health pool, and not to mention the damage reduction he does apply. So, more tanky Sasquatch, can't be mad at that. And my last option is Purgatory. I think this rework is amazing and super overlooked. Like, even right now, during the safeguard meta that we're in, I'm still taking down rank 3 Serpents under a minute, averaging 49k scores. Took her into the Deathless Saga incursions when I did my run with Jason from Jason and Jabari Gaming. Check him out. And she put in some work. Like, most fights were over before I got the special 2. So she's also a target, but she's purely for offense. Plus she's a tactic attacker next war season. And I don't think there's no one else from this class that I am considering, because I think everyone else is fine where they are. Some R3s, I think those guys can stay R3 a little longer. Alright, Tech. This class, I'll have to do some thinking. I'm a very big Deathless Vision fan. As you can see, he's 6'200", so he's in the running for R4 of this class. It's like, I don't know, I just find him, he's like very simple to use. Just parry, attack, SP2, power drain them. Parry, get your Furies, keep attacking. So he's like a buffed Vision AOU in my opinion. I think the only other 2 options I would consider being Punisher 2099. If I took him to R4, I don't think I would put any more 6 stones into him. I did give him a Tech Awakening gem and happened to dupe him one time afterwards, but I'm a big fan. And Sentinel takes the cake for the other R4. You can see, like, all of those December rework champions we got. Yeah, I think I'm a fan of everyone, to be honest. So yeah, Sentinel, great on offense, very tanky on defense, can trip people up, get the power gain, special 3. Now you got a full health Sentinel, either you're fighting with or against. So he's definitely in the contending. And it'll be a close call between him and Deathless Vision, so I'll have to do some thinking there. I am a big fan of Jack, so maybe, potentially, I'm not sure yet. And everyone else, there's no one else I'm considering here to take to R4. Alright. We come to the Mutant class, and to be honest, of all the champions I have, Danny, I'm a big fan. I posted a Battleground showcase with her. You know, champs like Maestro, down to 1 special 2. So many champions she can nuke down pretty quickly. And I just find her very smooth to play. It's like she moves across the battlefield smoothly. I love the mechanics. The only other contender I would have is if I somehow manage 7-star Iceman and gave him the Awakening Gem from Epoch and dumped 6 stones into him. Outside of that, for me personally, nobody's competing with Danny in this class. And that is how I feel. Now we have the good old Cosmic. To be honest, not one of my favorite classes as far as the 7-star go, but I would definitely awaken Maestro with the Awakening Gem and take him to R4 and give him 6 stones. And you know, there's no way you Serpent is Serpent, you know, the guy's just the standard for what we call a balanced champion in the game. No nerf, no buff, the standard. So there's Serpent. I am liking Deathless Thanos right now. I think he's pretty cool, powerful attacker, nice defender, good stall option. So those Serpent, Thanos will be more like honorable mentions. Right now, when I first played this game and, you know, Act 4, we fight Maestro, I thought it was the coolest character design I've ever seen. Like Captain America's shield, you know, the Border Surfer, the suit, like he's a Hulk. I just thought this guy was so cool, and now we actually can play him. So yeah, he would definitely get that R4 and Awakening treatment. Moving on to Science. If Quicksilver was Awakened and fairly high sig, I would consider him. Oh, sorry, I thought that was Scorpion. That's the new Falcon over here. But yeah, if Quicksilver was Awakened and I had him fairly high sig, I would consider him. I loved him as a 6-star, and I finally did get a 7-star, but until he's Awakened, I'm just gonna keep him R1. So hey, Kabam, you know, if you wanna, I don't know how I got him, but yeah, if I get a Science Gem, because I don't think he's in the basic. But if he is, okay, cool. But if not, yeah, give me a Science Gem and he'll get all my Science Stones. But outside of that, I did think about Thing. Mine is R3, Sig 200, and R4 is just more of a tank. But you know, those niche situations, you use him on offense. But to be honest, this class, it would have to go to Sentry. I'm a big Sentry fan. It's cool in every game mode except Battlegrounds. Depending on meta. I tried him out, I think, previous season. And it was, if I'm using him as a tactic attacker, he was cool and could speed through the fights. But, you know, he's a ramp-up champion. He's good in solo content. So stay tuned. Epoch of Pain. A few Sentry solos coming your way. But yeah, this class, it would have to be Sentry. The only other consideration I would give, like I said, if I managed to awaken Quicksilver, but everyone else who I have at R3, I feel they're fine for the moment, and you know, I'm gonna go with what I like, what I enjoy, and what is that? Using Sentry in content. And lastly, we're gonna have the skill class. Sorry, I am not a Crossbones fan, so he would not be ranked. There's no one at the bottom. Actually, I'm in the process of getting Black Panther ranked up because, like I said, those reworked champions we got in December are just amazing. And yeah, I do have everyone, all 6 of those, but I really would like to awaken Black Panther. So I'm in a quest to get him ranked up. He will be a consideration for R4 because if I do go that route, I know we get some R2 gems and R3 and so whatever. So if I do go that route and I get a skill gem, he has a high possibility of being awakened, getting 6 stones, and going to R4. Outside of that, I have debated Super Sable. I had a R3 Sig 200 before she was even buffed. Like, she was one of those champions released where I felt she needed the high Sig, and that as a 7-star, unawakened, no. Low Sig, it was like okay and cool, but I felt like she really needed the Sig 200 for her damage, so that is what I did, pre-buff. And now she's buffed, and I'm still a big fan, so she's kind of in the running. I do think she would be solid at R3 still. Chill. Another option who I am also a very big fan of. I think she's solid dual threat purpose. Like, she's a tanky champion. Sure, you know, there are plenty of counters out here, plenty of champions who can get her down, but you know, even when you're taking bleeds on blocks and she's critting through the block, you know, she can, and plus, like, she has a decent health pool, and like I said, she's tanky, so she can take some hits, stall out a fight, and on offense, she's pretty lethal. And there's Killmonger, like my first Sig 200 7-star, and I might have been second, I can't remember. But yeah, he's also consideration. I think he's a solid dual threat, offense and defense. So I can't complain. And then there's Bullseye. What can I say? We love Bullseye. I managed to awaken him not long after I pulled him, and you know, very annoying defender. You know, you can have a great counter and still slip up, and that one slip up is going to cost you some health. You know, crits through the block. He has the little annoying evade. And very underrated on offense. I remember there was one meta, I think the guaranteed crit meta, I used him a lot. And even like now, we're in the safeguard meta, there are times where I see they have really good bullseye counters and they throw like thing on defense. Yeah, I'll throw my bullseye on offense and wrap up the fight pretty quickly. So he's also in consideration. And now these are all my rank up gem options, and as far as the generic R4 goes, that is honestly still in the air. Like I said, I might even, who knows, I could potentially try and get an Iceman to R4, but we'll see where the cards fall. Planning to not have 2 of the same class as my first 2 R4s, but like I say, if I pull that Iceman, I don't know, we might have Iceman and Danny, but we'll find out who the generic R4 ends up becoming. So, I don't know, I'm doing one take of this. I have no script, this is just me rambling off the head. So feel free, drop who champions you might take the R4 in the comments, and we'll see how it goes. Peace.